So this is only going out to the small group of you that are in here at the moment. But here's what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks, because we are at the point where there are really just individual disease system chapters. You cover the material in the chapter by looking at individual diseases associated with specific body systems. I'm about to upload into the chat feature for you guys. It'll be also stored in the core files, a disease list. What I use this list for, and let me go ahead and share it on my screen so that you can see it. Oh no, okay, I'm getting cool here. Let's see how to figure out this screen sharing. I find it so much easier just to share my whole screen and then not jump from file to file. But if I did that, you guys would constantly flash back to seeing your own faces. So I doubt anybody's that excited about that option. All right, so let's pull it back up. That is that document, and that's that document. All right, guys, check this out. So this document right here is something I'm about to upload to you guys. What it has in it is it has the disease of interest. You will have a space to write the pathogen type. I will also tell you that sometimes the disease is, what I've done here is I've given you the common name for the disease, but you might probably find yourselves wanting to go a little further and get a specific name for the disease or a specific agent that causes it. So what type of bacteria, what type of fungus, what type of protozoan. Then signs and symptoms. So you're going to highlight and hallmark classic signs and symptoms, not every sign and symptom under the book really, but classic signs and symptoms or anything that would make that particular microorganism be unique, like what would help a person in a diagnostic fashion to identify it. Next, you talk about route of transmission. So how is it spread in a population? Any relevant facts to that process, to the epidemiology of it? Is it spread oral fecal? Is it spread through droplet contact? And anything relevant to that. And then there's always going to be some relevant facts with each of these diseases that you might want to just keep a small thought in your mind. What was something unique about this disease? What was something that it caused? Where's a common place to find it, for example? So we could start with MRSA as an example. MRSA is methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, so that's a pathogen type, would make that a bacteria. And I would even add resistant bacteria in this column. Signs and symptoms, well, guys, it usually looks like a pimple that's gone wrong. So it's like a pimple that turns into a boil that spreads across your skin. Sad signs and symptoms later on, if it gets into your blood, it can cause septicemia and some variety ones. It causes cellulitis as another potential cause. Transmission, contact-based transmission usually is the easiest to spread MRSA, but enough droplets from an infected individual can definitely spread that. So that's a tough one. You can touch a person with MRSA, or they could potentially, even with enough droplets in your environment, and you catch or sit or touch droplets. But the worst contact is always an open lesion or an open sore. Last thing to it, other relevant facts, we would put things like the fact that it is extremely hospital acquired, that it is going on in hospitals everywhere around. It's a healthcare risk. It's also got a community spread aspect. So we would put relevant facts about MRSA. It's of concern. We also know that a lot of the drugs for MRSA are becoming less and less bioavailable, which means more and more people are going to struggle to gain treatment from something like that. So that's kind of what you would do to fill out that part of the table. What you'll notice as you go through these is that they are chapter by chapter. So they cover the body system of that chapter, then you move on to the next. Some chapters, like for example, the one on the nervous system, I barely have anything. What we're going to do is we're going to come together in class at the beginning of class moving forward. Obviously, today you took your quiz, but we'll come together at the start of class. We'll teach out some cool disease stuff. We'll geek out, gross out about disease. And then you guys will spend the latter parts of class for the next few weeks filling out the table. But the table is really your study guide for the final exam. So we're spending the last couple of weeks both preparing you for the next quiz and the study guide for the last exam. Now, you guys, since you're here early, and we'll leave this present to those people that finish later, the next quiz is something you're going to really enjoy doing because it's a group quiz. Okay, so 2 weeks from now, it's a group quiz. And what that means is that you guys are going to get together with your groups. I won't even worry about, you guys will be in your own individual group settings, but you'll open up the camera and you guys will take these questions using your resources searching. So by the time you fill out your chart, you'll have your study guide for that quiz. You'll also have, it's a group quiz, open note, open book, open friend, open call a friend, open, I may potentially help walk you to an answer or two. It's that fun of an experience, but you have, I think, 80 questions. So I double the amount of questions to get you guys a lot of practice questions before the final. No, Jordan, you pick all the diseases. This is going to be your study guide. So you literally, all these diseases are potential diseases that could be on the final exam. So yeah, now this is it. Now when it comes, let's go ahead before, this is what I'm gonna do after we leave class today. I'm gonna actually send you guys off to go start filling in your table. That'll be your asynchronous learning activity for today. But I do want to address concerns about the microbial control paper, just so you guys know and have that feedback. And then I'm going to let you guys get out of here. Okay, so I'm recording this whole session so that people can go back and watch it. And I'm definitely going to talk to the other group of students as soon as everybody starts finishing up. But I didn't want to leave everyone in this room hanging. Karen, you and I can catch up again. I'm just basically getting people started so you don't have to sit here for ages, because today's learning is mostly asynchronous. So as soon as I upload that table, you guys can leave and go study on your own. So that's the gift for the rest of this day. And then next Tuesday when we meet, we'll cover some diseases in the beginning and then do some asynchronous time. And then Thursday when we meet, we'll cover some diseases in the beginning and then do some asynchronous time. So that's kind of how the next couple weeks work. So to discuss the microbial control paper. This is a paper, it used to be really long in requirements, guys, and I brought it down a little because I feel like trying to ask you to write everything under the moon about a disease is a little crazy. But it's a really great paper that gives you an opportunity to explore every aspect of microbiology that you've studied throughout the semester: how to control a microorganism, human host interaction, disinfectants, drugs and medical treatment, all the things that apply to you as nurses. But you don't have to get approval which disease you choose. Pick any disease you want, any disease, but do me a favor, don't pick the same disease that you did your case study on. Reason why? I want you to study something you've never seen before. So if you do it on the same one as your case study, that's not really going to give you an enhanced experience. So the microbial control paper is something that allows you guys the opportunity to basically explore all the details of a specific disease and look at it from a big picture. Like if someone asked you, I was recently diagnosed with, let's go back with MRSA. I was recently diagnosed with MRSA. What would be the kind of bits of information that would be relevant to a person with that diagnosis? So that's what this paper's purpose is. So that's the purpose of it. I don't know what other questions you might have, so I'm going to open it up to those questions right now. I'm looking at very pensive faces taking exams right now, quizzes right now. They're very pensive. It was you guys. You were very pensive a few minutes ago. Nothing? I mean, the paper, it's really an open learning activity. I say cute. Yeah, so the paper is not actually due week 13. I don't know why it was written there, but it's not due till much later. But I'm glad to give you a chance to learn about it now, give you a few weeks to write about it. And really, it is a paper. It should have follow-up questions. I think I've already gotten a couple. So it should have an introduction and a summary. You guys, you're writing a paper. So let's make sure you get all the good writing elements into your paper, and it should be in paragraph format. It should not be bullet point, discuss it. It should be a flowing paper. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is I am going to upload the disease list. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download a copy of this for yourself. And then you guys can go check this out. Now, here's the thing. There's no rule of how many diseases you cover today. I mean, ideally, you get through the skin diseases. Ideally, you do that sometime over the course of the next few days. It's not like I'm going to know what you do with the rest of your day. You understand me? This is me saying, of course, I know you're working hard till the end of class time. However, I'm not asking you to turn it in to me. How about that? We're not going to, you guys will not actually be totally completing or turning this document in until after the next quiz. So it's the 2 Thursdays from now. So you guys, you have 2 weeks to get this document done, but you're going to find that you're going to want to wait till we do our mini lessons, because some of the information you might be adding to this document. So just, you want to go in and very lightly fill it in. It should not be so filled with information you can't read it, because that isn't the point. We want to put the relevant information, and that's what this table is offering you. All right, it's in the chat. If you have any questions, ask them. If not, go forth and study and have a wonderful weekend. I believe it is due the first Tuesday of week 15, which would be 7th, April 7th. All right, go forth, study, have an amazing weekend. Oh, aloha and mahalo, ditto. I appreciate that. I thank you as well. This isn't micro related. I'm trying to upload Zoe. Oh. Yeah, Dana, I can happily do so. So, Miss Dana, when you go to post your own thread, you just upload. Do I not have a space for you? Is that what do I need to just post an extra thread for you? It's just not uploading. Is it big? Huge. Big, huge. What's the quote? Big, huge. That's it from Pretty Woman. Come on, Dana, you know I've got my Pretty Woman. Yeah.
No, so Dr. Karp, there's not a individual discussion thread for the female reproductive
That's what
presentation.
I will make it.
So I just didn't know. And then I didn't also know, or we didn't know, should both of us upload it in the modules individually to be graded as well, or just through the discussion?
No, don't worry about it at all. I will grade whatever one gets submitted and apply the grade to both of you. And so then I will do the space. I will make you a space right now.
Thank you so much.
Mock practical. Lisa, I answered you on this. I'm not going to tell you that it's the same questions over and over again and that those are the only questions on your quiz, but I'm not going to tell you to study anything but the mock practical. Wink, 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 wink. Yeah. I can't, I mean, gosh, I don't want to ruin the gift I was giving you. I call them gifts. They're just presents. They're small presents. I'm going to go make your thread right now, Dana and Zoe. All right, get out of here if you don't want to be here. You are very welcome. Have a great day, everybody. I say aloha as well. My sister is teaching me lots of words, but they are oftentimes the inappropriate ones. Like I do know how to say my anal sphincter. I have learned that one. Well, I kind of already knew. I know how to say that in many ways, but I'm really good at it now. All right, let's add this discussion. Disease presentation. Oh yeah, I need one for that one. Male reproductive. All right, how fantastic. Woke up this morning.